Yogis, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Debbie Lash and I'm your yoga teacher for today. Please subscribe if you haven't already and leave feedback or give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the class. Today's practice is 30 minutes. It's a level 1 beginners class. So if you're new to the practice or you haven't practiced in a while, this is the perfect class for you to get back to the mat. I'm going to open with Ujjayi breath. So this is the breath of the practice, and if we're not breathing this conscious breath, then we're not really doing yoga. So we really want to establish this breath. It's fundamental to the practice. So I'm going to start by bringing my right hand towards my face, and it's just hovering. And what this technique is, I like to think of it like you're fogging up a pair of sunglasses or a mirror, and there's this lovely whisper in the back of the throat, and it's and it's the same on the inhale. Don't take in too much breath because you'll end up coughing. Then it's and then gently close the lips down. And then continue this breath. And it feels like it's drawing from the pit of the belly all the way, and in fact it is, all the way up to the back of the throat, and then you press the breath back down. My kids think it sounds like Darth Vader, but it almost sounds like you're sleeping, or some people sound like they're almost going to snore. So soft whisper in the back of throat. And let's just start by stretching the neck. Just bow chin to chest. Roll your head to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Back through the center. Other way. Just a few little neck rolls. Some of you might want to drop the head all the way back because that feels really good in your body. I don't like to practice that. So you choose what feels best. That's it. And when you're ready, come back through center. We're going to come down and we're going to actually start lying all the way down on our belly. And this pose is called, well, you can actually take Shavasana, lying on your back or lying on your belly. So this is Shavasana. So lying all the way down. You can stack your hands on top of each other. And then just drop your forehead onto your hands. And just wobble the hips. And notice everything that's touching the floor. So the tops of your feet, the knees. Start to press your pubic bone and your hips down into the floor. Your ribs, breathing into the rib cage, inhale. And exhale here. Your elbows, maybe parts of your upper arms are touching the floor, but your forearms and your hands. From here, we're going to move into sleeping baby. So inhale, take the right knee up on the side. So this feels like a tree pose, Frikshasana, but lying on your belly. Drop the forehead to the hands again and take 5 cycles of breath here. And just breathe into the tension in the right hip. And just notice how it feels. Just observe your physical body lying all the way on the front body. 2 more cycles of breath, just like this. And inhale, float the right leg straight back, and then exhale, we're going to bring the left leg up. 5 cycles of breath, forehead to the hands. And again, we're just always observing through the practice. That's what the practice is. It's a time to check in and observe how the body feels. And let's just start by observing how it feels by simply changing the right leg to the left. And notice how it feels in the hip, maybe in the knee, in the foot. And it might not feel any different, right side to left, or it could feel significantly different. 1 more cycle of breath here, inhale. And exhale here. Good. Slide the left leg back and just come up onto your elbows. This is called Sphinx pose. If you're tight in your shoulders, you might just want to move your elbows slightly forward. Bring your feet together to touch, and now point your toes, lift your knees, and then we're pulling the elbows back towards your hips. And take 5 cycles of breath here. Spread your fingers and press down through your forefinger and your thumb. And again, some of you might want to come back to a bit more mobility in the neck, so turn your head to the right, inhale. How does your neck feel? And exhale, come back through center. Good, other side, inhale, look to the left. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. We're going to come up through cat pose. So come up onto the tabletop position and then drop the head, lift the back ribs up and round. This is cat pose. Spread your fingers, drop the head, look between your knees, make sure that there's a space, and we're just going to inhale, drop the belly, heart lifts, press down through the hands, inhale. Exhale, curl and tuck the tailbone under, look up towards the belly button, head is heavy, neck is long. 4 more, inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round and round. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. Last one here, inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Some of you all need to walk the hands forward. And just a nice pedaling through the feet, just ironing the creases out of your body, maybe out of the week or out of your weekend. That's it. And then we just find stillness. Have a look at your feet. Your heels want to be hiding behind the big toes, and then press the heels down as you press your thighs back. 2 more cycles of breath here. Nice, smooth, long inhale. And then open the mouth, sigh it out, exhale. Ha. Inhale. Come high on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and then just walk your hands up towards your feet. Good, feet are hips distance, or even they can be as wide as the mat. Hands on your shins, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 2 more of these. Inhale, lift the chest. It's a little back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold and bow. You're going to grab your elbows with your hands, drop your head, and just a nice bend in the knees. It's going to be kind to the hamstrings. And then drop the head, look all the way up between your thighs, and gently roll your inner thighs back. Good, and nod the head, yes. And turn the head, no. So the head is heavy. Gravity is always working in your favor when the head is below the heart. Then change the cross of the hands to opposite elbows. And again, spread the toes. Notice if you're sitting in the heel. There's a tendency to sit in the heels, but I want you to shift your weight forward so your hips are over the heels. And again, drop the head, look all the way up. Release your hands to the floor and unravel the spine, coming all the way up. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, tree pose. So you might want to take this to a wall if you need a little bit of support. But I'm going to give you 3 options. So if you're new to this pose, you might want to start with option 1. So we're going to stand on our left leg and bring the right knee and clasp up towards the chest. And then clasp your hands around the shins. Okay, and just stay here. Imagine you're leaning into a wall, so the shoulders press back, the belly draws in. Imagine you're pressing your head into the wall. Good. So option one, we're going to take the knee out wide. So option one, we bring the ankle to the ankle. Hands on the hips. Option two, we bring the sole of the foot to the calf, never on the knee. And then option three, and again you might want to go to the wall for a bit more support. We bring the heel to the inside of your thigh and then hug the left hip in. Put a little whisper of a bend into the standing knee. Bring the hands together at prayer. 5 cycles of breath. So these balancing poses are a wonderful way just to calm all that chatter going on in your head. And if there's a lot of chatter, it's going to be hard to balance. So notice how it feels, just balancing here on one leg. Good. One more cycle of breath. Inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale, draw the knee to center. And exhale, place the foot on the floor. Good, just shift the weight. And then we're going to come into the right leg. Inhale, draw the left knee towards the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open the knee wide. So this is an external rotation in the hip. Option one, ankle to ankle. Option two, sole of the foot to the calf. And then option three, grab, inhale, lift. Exhale, press the heel into the inside seam of your thigh. Hands at prayer, inhale. A little whisper of a bend, exhale, because we bend the knee to plug the big toe into the floor. And then pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. The belly hugs in and stand up nice and tall, lifting and pressing up through the crown of the head. 2 more cycles of breath. How's your balance on this side? So this is probably my favorite side. Not probably, it is. So we always have one hip that is a little stronger than the other. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, both feet on the floor. Step your feet wide apart. And we're going to move into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So put a bend into your right knee. And then we just turn the foot out, pick the back heel up. So you might want a little bit more space between the feet. And then inhale. So your body's facing me side on. And then exhale, sink into the front thigh. Reach through the back hand, inhale. Sink lower in the front thigh, exhale. Stay here, 5 cycles of breath. And you'll feel a rumble in your right hip really quickly. And at any point you need to straighten the leg, you can come back into the pose. And you could do this the whole time. If this is, if your body's really speaking to you, you can move in and out. Otherwise, just hold it. Make sure you're not holding the breath. And keep releasing down through the front thigh. Inhale here. Exhale here. Now we're going to straighten the front leg. Inhale, straighten. I like to step my back foot in a step, hinge forward, triangle pose. So if you haven't got any blocks at home, you can bring the hand to the shin and then spin the chest and look straight up. Take the arm into T-shape so the shoulders are stacked here. And you can look straight up, ideally, to the ceiling. But if your balance, again, doesn't feel good today, I don't know what that was. You can look down and focus on your big toe. Hand can go on a block. Good. Arm can come up and over the ear. That's it. Spin the chest, and there's a little bend in that front knee. And 2 more cycles of breath. This is a wonderful hip opener. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, top hand on the top hip. Inhale, stand all the way up. And then turn the other Turn your right foot in. Inhale, squeeze your elbows back, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward, halfway. Drop the hands to the floor. And again, a block is a great idea, or a book. Press down through your right hand. Inhale, left arm up. That's it. And again, there's a T shape, so the shoulders are stacked. Have a look at your feet. The heels are pressing out. 3 more cycles of breath. And if there's too much tightness in the hamstrings, a little bend in the knees will help that. So just be kind to your body. Be kind to yourself with your thoughts and your actions. Inhale. Bring the hand to the block. Exhale, or to the floor. Good. Left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. 5 cycles of breath. So these twists are neutralizing the spine, they're strengthening. Good. 2 more cycles of breath here. One more cycle of breath. Inhale. And bring the right hand down. Exhale. Bring the hands on the hips. Squeeze your elbow heads in. Inhale, rise. Good. Put a bend into the left knee. Rotate the hip out. Foot is out on a 90-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale, press the back heel back. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, sink into the front thigh. Good. So just working the pose from the floor up. 70% of the weight is in the back foot. So press into the back foot. Lift your knee and thigh up. Inhale, and then press into the heel of the front foot. Sometimes I play with lifting my toes up, so I'm in the heel, and you want to make sure that the ankle is over the knee, and then you're pressing your left knee out. Good. Reach through the back hand. Inhale. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ear. Exhale. Good. And if you did this on the first side, just moving in and out, just repeat it on the second side. Good. 1 more cycle of breath here. We're going to come into triangle pose. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, hinge forward. Hand on the outside or hand on your shin. That's it. I like to get the heel of the hand down so I can inhale, top arm straight up. A little whisper of a bend into your front knee. Start to press the head back. There's this habit of the head coming forward, so press back, maybe arm up and over the ear. 3 cycles of breath. So this is the full expression of the pose, Ujjayi Trikonasana. Well, that's it. 1 more cycle of breath. Lift up, look up. Inhale. Top hand on the top hip. Exhale. Press down through the feet. Inhale, rise. Hands on the hips. Parallel the feet. Pasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, take the arms wide. Exhale, hands behind the back. So you clasp the fingers. Notice which thumb is on top. If your hands, it's challenging for your hands to clasp, you could grab a hand towel or a strap or a belt, whatever you need. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge forward halfway. Drop the head, look down. Inhale here. And exhale, up and over. 5 cycles of breath. Press down through the feet. Inhale, lifting yourself all the way up. Exhale, release the hands and just walk your feet in towards each other. You can step or jump the feet in. Stand to the top of the mat. And let's take it through a vinyasa. Inhale, both arms up, lift up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge forward. Hands on the shins, lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step back into plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Lower all the way down. Low cobra. Drag the hands back. Squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come back through cat pose. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more cycle of breath here. Inhale. Maybe a big sigh out through the mouth is going to feel really good. Exhale. Inhale, come forward into plank. We're going to drop our knees to the floor. We're playing with Vashisthasana side plank. So float your right leg straight back. And then we're going to drop the heel down. So the left hand is in line with the left knee, and then the knee is in line with the back foot. And then you can use this left leg as a bit like a kickstand. And then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, arm up and over. So the full expression of this pose is you'll step both feet back. But today we're going to keep the knee down, and then just know when you're in a class that this is a great modification at any point when you're, maybe if they're offering a full plank pose and it just feels a little challenging for that day. One more cycle of breath. And it feels a lot like a tree pose here. Imagine the foot pressing up to the inside seam of your thigh. Inhale, top arm up. And exhale, hand and knee down. So I'm just going to float the other side. And left side, inhale, float the left leg straight back. Exhale, drop the heel down. Right hand in line with the right knee and knee in line with the back foot. Inhale, peel the left arm up. Maybe lift up, look up. Maybe arm up and over the ear. 3 cycles of breath. Really pressing from the heel of the back foot. Press the head back. Hug the frontal ribs in so your frontal hip points lift up. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, hand and knee to the floor. Good. We're going to drop to our sit bones and swing our legs out in front. Bending our knees. Coming down for a bridge pose. Lowering all the way down. Inhale. Head on the floor, exhale. Bend the elbows, snuggle your elbows into your ribs, walk your feet back. We're just going to lift the hips up, inhale. And then lower the sit bones down, exhale. Think of it like cat-cow, movement to breath. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, stay up. Some of you are going to keep your arms in robot arms. Some of you are going to grab the edges of your mat. Some of you are going to clasp your hands together underneath your buttocks. And then lift up, press down through the big toes, lift your frontal hips up. That's it. 4 more cycles of breath. Your outer knees are firming in. This is a wonderful way to just open up the heart and stretching and building strength in your legs and arms and shoulders. Stretching the front body and back body. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands, lower all the way down. Bring the hands onto the back of the thighs. And we're going to take a happy baby. So you can keep your hands on the thighs if your hamstrings are tight. That's an option. You can bring your elbows on the inside and grab your ankles, or you can grab the outsides of the feet. Now press your thighs down towards the hips. Kick your heels away so your lower back connects to the floor, and then a nice little rock side to side could feel really good. That's it. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your hands back on your thighs And then we're just going to open the legs into V-shape. So we were here a moment ago standing on our feet in Pasarita Padottanasana. So now we're lying on our back, but it's the same shape. Circle the ankles, open and close the toes. And when you're ready, inhale, draw the legs up. Exhale, bend the knees to the chest. We're just going to take a passive twist. So knees are over the hips, inhale. And then drop both knees over to the right, exhale. Good. Inhale, look straight up. Now if your left shoulder is lifting and pulling off the floor, you're going to bend the elbow. It doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way down, otherwise your arms could be straight in T-shape. So you choose what feels better for your body today. And close your eyes and allow yourself to feel the pose from the inside out. Because that's what our yoga practice is. It's an inside job. And inhale, lift the knees. And exhale, you're going to drop both knees over to the left. Exhale. Inhale, look straight up. Or exhale, look back to the right. That's it. 5 cycles of breath. So it's a wonderful way to massage your abdominal organs and your intestines with these twists. But it also neutralizes the spine after the back bend. It's great for strengthening your spine. And really wonderful if you suffer with sciatica or lower back pain. So lots of benefits and so many more. Inhale, draw your knees back to center. We're just going to rock and roll and bring ourselves up. So rock yourself up. Legs are out straight. Flex your feet. So this is called Dandasana, and it's the blueprint of all seated poses. Every seated pose is built from this pose. So the inner thighs roll down, the feet are flexed, roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift both arms up, breathe in. And then exhale, forward fold and bow. Now if your hamstrings are super tight, you're going to bend your knees here, snuggle your ribs in, and then just drop the chin to the chest. And over time, you just start to slide your heels forward. And just breathe into your back body. This is stretching your lower back, but it's also a forward fold, so it's a nice restorative pose. It's a counter pose to the back bends, and it really helps us turn our attention inwards. And in Sanskrit, it's called pratyahara. It means to turn in. 2 more cycles of breath. Head is heavy. And inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the legs if they were bent. Bend the right knee. Slide your right hand down to your right ankle. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside of your thigh. I don't know if that looks better. You can see that better. And this is called Janushirshasana. It feels like a seated tree pose. So put your hands on your ribs, inhale, steer your ribs to the straight leg. Both arms up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. So some of your hands are going to be just landing wherever they land. Some of you can tiptoe your hands forward. Maybe you might be able to grab your foot here. Then there's a subtle twist. So we're spinning our right ribs to our left thigh. Inhale, press the crown of the head towards the big toe. Exhale, surrender down. And if there's any pain in this knee, then a block's a great idea to put underneath the thigh and the shin, just for a little bit of support if you need it. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, lift the head. And exhale, release. Other side, just place your hand under the right knee to support it. Think about how you come in and out of the poses. And we're going to change sides. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, slide the hand down, and then bring the sole of the foot to the inside thigh. Inhale, steel ribs to the straight leg, both arms up, breathe in, lift up, look up. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands, you could stay upright, you could even use a strap here and lift up like this if there was a lot of tightness in your hamstrings. And you could even bend the knee if that felt better. Otherwise, we're just releasing all the way down. Spinning the chest. Inhale, spin your chest towards your left ribs are spinning towards the right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, releasing down. One more cycle of breath here. Release the foot. Inhale, just walking the hands up. Hand underneath your left knee. Inhale. And straighten the left leg. Exhale. Okay, we're going to bend the knees and come into the most important pose of all, Shavasana, your final resting pose. So just lowering yourself all the way down. Roll the shoulders down and under. And then just straighten the legs. If your lower back is sensitive, you're going to keep the knees bent and just let the knees knock in. You could even stay here and take a couple of rounds of breath here. Or if you're ready and there's no pain, your feet are as wide as your mat and your legs externally rotate open just by dropping out naturally to the sides. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling, so you're in a position of receiving your practice. Let's take one deep breath in. And open the mouth, big sigh out. Shavasana. So you let go of the breath and return to normal shallow breathing. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana and honour your practice if you feel that's what your body needs right now. Otherwise, subtle movement of the toes and fingers coming back into the body. Inhaling, lifting the arms up and over the head. I like to hook the thumbs and take a full body stretch. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, drawing the knees into the chest, hugging and bringing the nose to the knees. Inhale, and rolling onto your right side, exhale. Just take a moment to pause, and then keeping your eyes closed, you're going to press through your hands, coming all the way back up to a cross-seated position, back into easy seat, Sukhasana. Sealing in the practice by bringing the hands at heart center. I like to tap my thumbs to the sternum, bowing my chin to the chest. Take a moment for honoring yourself for showing up this morning or this evening. thanking your beautiful body for doing all the work. And I thank you for sharing this space and this platform and really sharing your practice with me. It is an honor and a privilege. Take your prayer to third eye and humbly bow. Namaste. Inhale, lift the chest. Beautiful work, yogis. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave feedback or give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the class. I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.